G'day everybody, and welcome back for some more Kerbal Space Program. And I was having a look at the missions that Jean was offering me yesterday, and I've decided that today is the day that I ignore all of this. Or at least most of this. Because I keep getting missions just to the moon, just to Minmus, and bizarrely to Eve. Why am I getting missions to Eve? I can't get to Eve, I think. So, my plan is to do a mission that's just for the science. Pure science mission. Where I'm going to try, I think, first mission should be get some satellites and maybe try and see if I've got enough science already to unlock the parts that would be required to get a lander down onto Duna. Now, a lander not for a Kerbal, but just a robotic lander. Because if I can get that done, then hopefully that'll send me back enough science via radio that I can maybe get enough parts to send a Kerbal there next time. And hopefully back. So, that's my thinking. So I'm just going to ignore this unless there's something that I think is going to specifically help me get towards my Duna concept, which I'll figure out once I've spent my money and spent my research points. So I've got 1,500 research from the last mega multi-mission I did, and having a look through here, a couple of the things that have kind of caught my eye are perhaps the advanced exploration stuff would be useful, though probably not specifically for this mission. I feel like this might be more useful for the next one. Because this is all like Kerbalized stuff with the mobility enhancers, ladders. Though perhaps having some of this scanning tech if I go to the next bit, because it's got that spectrovariometer. Because that's... yeah, maybe I should go to that one, because that's another science thing I can send and get some more back. Oh, and that goes... okay, yep, we're doing that one. We're definitely doing this one. I want to get all the science tech unlocked so that I can do all the things. Although that's going to spend all my science. No! Dang it! What's this precision engineering got? Oh, it's got the Protobodyne Hex. Which gives me... yeah, prograde and retrograde hold on a... yes, okay, I want that. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh. New antenna. Yeah, alright, we're doing that one. Because that's going to be useful if I'm going to be landing a probe onto Duna. Plus, that sidesteps this thing and allows me to then unlock scanning tech as well without going through other stuff that I don't need right now. What's specialized control? Okay, that's the medium and advanced reaction wheels. I think I want to get these bigger panels. And the foldy panels. So I'll unlock that. Then... yeah, I think getting all the science related stuff would make the most sense. Probably don't need to go for that just yet. Yeah, using your science to unlock the science parts that get you more science does make a lot of sense. Still got 1,200 points, so let's do that one. So we've got the seismometer. What's this? Protobodyne KTO2. What's this got? Okay, so it's got radial and normal attitude hold as well. Don't think I need that one. Just thinking this scanning tech might be the way to go as well. Let's just have a look up here. Can I get can I get to Duna without needing? Nah, let's get some better rocketry. All right, nuclear rocketry, I think helps. High performance fuel systems. That'll be all my science remaining. Don't need the metalworks thing. Or that. Yeah, that all looks like stuff I don't need just yet. Precision propulsion. This tempts me though, because I want to make a couple of little satellites, and I think having this stuff would be really quite useful for that. Depending on your level of tracking station, you either need 2 15G antennas or 4 2G antennas for a level 2 or 3 tracking station. Yeah, I've got the fully upgraded tracking station, I think. Glad you're enjoying Valheim, broke. Are any of these useful? Okay, yeah, some of these are useful for the little satellites. Let's get that. I don't know what to do with actuators yet. We'll get those after. I have 476 science remaining. Should I get some? Oh yeah, let's get that. Advanced landing. Get the bigger landing legs. That'll be helpful for the manned, Kerbal Duna mission. I kind of want to get some aerodynamics too. You know what? Stuff it. Let's do this. And then let's do this. There we go. I spent all my science. It's done now. Can't undo it. Stuck with what I got. Have my missions changed? No. Alright. So. Duna. What am I going to do? I want to make a little relay satellite that I can maybe put a couple of them in. I just want to see what payload bays I've got. These are the base ones. That doesn't really help me. That one might. It's really wide though. I think this is going to be too small for me to fit something inside, I think. Actually, let's see. Let's see. I'll see if I can fit something in here. Let's just pop that on top and out, just so I've got something. I'm thinking if I can have like little bays like this where I've got 3, 4 satellites that I can drop out, I can potentially get myself a little network around Duna that's going to give me some good connectivity and reliable connectivity for the little lander that I drop on the surface. Yeah, splitsy net. Something like... That sounds like... That just immediately made me think of Skynet chipsticks. So, how am I going to couple something like this so that it's going to pop out nicely? Try and go with like a clampotron. Yeah, I reckon we might be able to make this work. So, if I go with structural here, what have I got that's going to help me change my orientation? There we go. Micronode. I'm thinking, Assuming I can keep this balanced enough that the weight isn't going to be horrifically off, I should be able to make this work. Yes, I started early today because I've got some family stuff on today, as I've got family in the country who have not been here for a long time, and I will be going to visit them later today, and I wanted to make sure I had enough time to get a decent mission done without having to worry, without being late to lunch and things. Let's put the command and control stuff on then. Pods. Nope. 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 Uh-oh, what have I done? Let's try that again. There we go. Is that... Oh, that should separate, right? I think. Oh, yeah, the antennas might not fit. That's right. Arrgh. Okay, let's have a look before I get too excited and build too much complicated. So this is a 2G. What was I told I need? 4 of those. What about this? How big is that? Okay, yeah, that could be a problem. Right. How big is the 15? Oh boy. Oh, that's too big. Oh, this one's smaller though. It's heavier, but it's smaller. No, I do think we need a bigger payload bay. I need to use one of the different ones. Is the Mark II going to be usable? Like, do I reckon I could create a rocket that has these along its fuselage? Because I can, at least with these, I can extend them out and have a whole bunch of them to just pop out as we go along. So the reason I don't want to use a fairing here, although I could, I guess. Huh. I didn't want to use a fairing because I wanted to have them be deployable earlier in the mission. But I guess what I could do instead is have a big, long fairing and just have a whole bunch of them that I can just drop off as I go, and they just slowly deplete, and the last one remaining before the rest of the rocket is the lander module. So I've dropped off satellites, and then I finally drop down the lander. That could work as well. Maybe that's a better way to go. Yeah. Will give me more flexibility. Actually, it wouldn't give me more flexibility. It would give me more flexibility in terms of my design, not in terms of my deployment. Because you can't do inline fairings with the... I don't see any inline fairing parts. They're all for the nose cone. Uh, I think the option here that's going to be the most fun is try and use these Mark IIs. Are you sure you can do inline stuff? I'm not sure that's right. Because it doesn't let you stop until it closes. Oops. Yeah. Is there some way I'm missing that would allow me to use that as a mid-fairing section and then just put a whole bunch of stuff in the middle? Because I assume you'd have to kind of clip through that and cheese it a bit. Which would likely leave me with... Would work for what I want to do. That's quite small. What's it going to give me? Nope. Into stage nodes. Build the fairing after. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I need to have something else there to connect it to, don't I? Let's put... I guess that. Edit. What am I doing wrong? This is not giving me any sort of connection point. Left, alt, what? Cable keybinds. Left alt plus left mouse button. Cool. Alright. I think this is the way to go. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. This is exactly why I wanted to do this this stream series, because there is stuff like this that I had no idea was possible. Alright, let's start a let's start a fresh build. Don't save. And let's design these little satellites first, so that I've got a subpart assembly for them. Which means if I do that first, just so I've got a starting point, so I can detach it from it. Now, if I'm going to drop off these satellites by just detaching them, they potentially don't really need thrust, but that seems risky. I'm more inclined to give it a tiny little spark, or maybe even give it a puff, a monopropellant engine. Huh. Does monopropellant end up being better at that mass? I don't know. Alright, let's put some... We'll give a regular fuel. It doesn't need to have a lot. Let's go with the Oscar C. Little hex module. Yeah, I haven't got the ion thrusters yet. Because, yeah, they would be preferable, wouldn't they? Now, we need a lot more power on this from what I remember, because I ran out on some things before. So, I might just put that on that side, and then another one. We're also going to need a command and little spinny thing. Always want to put 2 of these for balance, but we'll just leave it. Conserve mass a little bit. So then I want to add some decent solar panels. I got the foldable ones now, I can add a lot more. And it's just communication, I think. What do these look like deployed? Oh yeah, that's alright. Well, this is going to be an interesting looking little satellite, I think. Does Hex actually have its own reaction wheel? Oh, it does! That's why it's better. Okay, cool. I don't need it. Thank you. I knew there was another reason I liked it over the OKTO. That's going to upset some people. Probably myself included. Alright, so that's got my communication, it's got power, it's got solar panels, it's got reaction wheels. I just need to add a little engine to it, and it's good. That should be my little relay satellite. There's a part of me that wants to make a variant of this that has some science aboard, but then the added mass and the lack of reusability just seems like a bit of a waste when I'm gonna head there with my Kerbals anyway. Well, that's not what I meant to do at all. What have I done? So these are 290 ISP at vacuum. They weigh 0.08 tons. Which means using 2 of them, they'll weigh more than the Spark. And the Spark has a better ISP. Okay. Spark it is. I'm deliberately not rotating the top dishes 90 degrees from these two, because I think it'll make it easier to fit into the payload setup that I have in mind. Because what I'm thinking of doing is putting a Clampetron Junior on the side here. Which will then lock onto the... on the side without putting it over that solar panel. It'll either be a Clampetron or I'll use a... the Clampetron's probably not the best idea, is it? Probably better to just use like a little radial decoupler on it, mounted on the other system, and then put this straight on that. Explosively decouple it, because I'm not likely to ever try and rejoin with these. But yeah, so because this is going to be sitting flat against something along this side, I don't want to stick anything out this way because I think it'll make it very difficult. If I was going to rotate them, I'd probably need to have like some sort of framework sticking out, which is unfortunate because it would make more sense to have these pointing in all directions just for the sake of that feeling right, but I think this is what makes the most sense. Let's put this as a subpart because that should be it. Okay, could use a separator instead. That makes some sense. Curb com sat relay. Save. Okay, so we got our satellite, so let's don't save. And now to begin the rocket. Think yeah, the hex is the best module I've got at the moment. Best thingy. So I'll start with that, and I'll grab a payload bay, which is going to be a 2.5. Then I'm hoping I can put a fairing above this, which will... Wait, do I have a 3.75? Don't think I do. Put a fairing above this with a whole bunch of satellites attached around it. So I'm thinking if I can put a few satellites in orbit of Duna. Do I need to leave any in orbit of the sun? Probably not. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh, do I use the mini one? Is that going to be any... Yeah, that's going to be terrible. We'll do this. Should I need 4 satellites, or should I do more than 4? I mean, I can always leave one in orbit of the sun as I go. In my mind, the upshot of doing a big mission like this where I drop lots of satellites is that if I can manage to make this work, it's a bit more difficult, which means the likelihood of me succeeding with a Kerbal is higher. So hopefully that will increase the chance of me not killing Jeb. I have no idea what an interstage node is. Old but stillable. Is there any benefit to hauling a lot up and redeploying them later? Don't think so. Doesn't it? Isn't I presume an interstage node is where I've got basically an empty space between this and another point. And the reason I don't want that is because I want this to remain intact. Because I'm going to be mounting them radially, mounting the probes radially on this. So I can make it shorter. And so that I can deploy them at whatever point I want. But that could be me misunderstanding what you're saying, because I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. Decoupler... So yeah, my thought is, because I don't think a separator is going to be the right tool for this. My thinking is this, then oh, what that just attached itself to. That wasn't helpful. Wondering whether I should have put the separators on already. It's not highlighting over what I want it to. Is this because the engine is my seed part of this? And I need to kind of change it so that the fuel tank is instead? Oh, can I get it to highlight anything properly? Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to... Oh no, that's on it. There we go. Now it's on it. Yeah, I think it was because of the engine. There we go. So, how close could I put this down here without it being too wonky? Maybe down there? That is what reroute is for. How do I I've never used reroute. Is that what this is? It's like 2 or more parts to reroute. Okay, that was probably a bad situation to do this in. With this arrangement, the separator's not going to hang on, like, the big part's not going to hang on to the probe. This will be fine. Okay. One there. I reckon 4 of these will be enough. And then at the nose, I'll put a, I'll put the lander design down there, up there. Yeah. Okay, this is getting silly, which is exactly what I wanted. And now. Lander. What am I going to do for a probe Duna lander? Oh, well, I'm just going to manually select the separator here and pop them off in flight. I'll just manually do it. I don't see much advantage to separating them, but I mean, it's not hard with your stage separation stuff to just go boop. That's not difficult. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. That's easy to do. Easy enough to do manually. Did I grab rover parts yet? Sort of. Would it really be worth having a rover? Well, so a rover to me is useful if I think I'm going to be able to take the science modules from one place to another and rerun them. But if I'm running a compute like this is a remote controlled thing, so I can't restart the science modules. Once they're run, they're run. So does the rover end up actually helping something? That's a genuine question, even though it didn't necessarily sound like it. No Kerbals are coming with this, so I don't think there's much value to a rover in KSP. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, thought so. Forget the rover. Cool, so those there, then I think I can get rid of that one. Then let's design a little thing to decouple and put a little lander on. And be amused by me designing something that probably will just crash. Yeah, I don't think I've got the scanner arms. So I don't think there's anything I can do like the real Mars rovers. Yeah, I don't think I have them. I don't remember unlocking them. So, landing on Duna. Let's get some fuel. My other feeling, honestly, about moving a rover around on Duna remotely, is if I were to do that, we're gonna be stuck watching me move a tiny little rover around for ages, and I don't think we want to do that. Actually, I'm going to design this separately so I can do use some of the delta V calculations. So this is what should I call this monstrosity? I'll just call it that for now. New. So, lander. Hex. We want probably a little payload bay to make this easier. Then let's change our delta V readout. Engines. Huh. So that supposedly on Duna has a thrust to weight ratio of 2.87. Interesting. Very interesting. If that's all I need to get this down to the surface. Oh, wait, no. If I'm going to the surface, I really want science. Let's see what let's see what this readout is once we get down there. Let's try this. Nope. One day I will. Nope. Oh, what have I done? One day I'll remember which way to rotate these things. Would a fairing be flipped upside down and installed from the top of that framework downward? Maybe. So we got that. We've got a mystery goo inside, but I might take it out. We'll put one of these on each side. We're gonna need some landing legs. Kind of. I always like to use the biggest landing legs I've got because I have a bad habit of not landing very well. That's probably higher than it needs. Oh, that's higher than it needs to be. Let's go for there. Yeah. That looks like it'll be pretty stable. Yeah, the little ones do snap off way too easily. They also don't give you enough height clearance. I like that these give you a nice big clearance from the ground so that you can put decent sized engines underneath them. So we also need for this power. Huh. Yeah. Ah, no. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that'll work. No, it won't. I should use the 1x6s if I'm doing that. Although these will be down by then. Yeah. Legs? You guys don't land on nozzles? I do, but only on Minmus. On Minmus, I land on nozzles. Yeah, I'm replacing these. I was tempted to be like, oh, we'll just make sure, we'll just see if this will work out and it'll be fine. I'm sure I'll have no problems, blah, blah, blah. But I actually think that would be a very unwise move. There we go. I think that, yeah, much safer. No clipping. I don't like clipping. So that's solar panels. Then we need some battery. I would like to put another reaction wheel, even though I know this has one. I just worry this might be a bit heavy-ish for it. All the cool kids use radial engines and land on tanks. See, those are the sorts of things that I plan on doing once I become less hopeless at this game. Do things that are deliberately dumb. We need to have some transmission. Oh, and we got heaps more science. I haven't put all the other science on. So I'm planning a propulsive landing for Duna, I think. I feel like it makes the most sense. Do I put a magnetometer on here? Or is that something I need to attach other things to? Nope. It's just real long. Is that part of the scanning of it? I don't remember. Barometer. Thermometer. Yeah, the magnetometers only work in space, don't they? So I should possibly put one on the main rocket thing, because that's going to remain in space. So I won't put it on this. So we've got thermometer, seismometer, mystery goo, barometer, and science junior. And I've got 2 of each experiment, so I can do 1 in atmosphere as we go down. I'm going to need to be reminded to have them all ready to go so I can do them in flight. And 1 on the ground. Oh, warranty on the boom voided if used any place besides the vacuum of space. Now is the time to set up an action group. Do action groups get saved with sub-assemblies? I guess we'll find out. Custom 1. Log pressure data. Log temperature. Seismometer can only work on the ground. Observe mystery goo. No, I don't want that on both. Is that selected both? Hang on. There we go. So, observe mystery goo. Remove from symmetry. Symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Now we should be able to select all of the net. Why have I got... Why is that one still highlighting? Okay. Log temperature. Log pressure. Log the science. So we got goo, science junior, goo, barometer, thermometer. That's it, right? Because the other... Yeah, that's everything. Okay. That was all my science. That. Yeah. Yeah. That should be everything I need for this, isn't it? Parachute, just for the sake of helping me be a bit less hopeless. Because I don't have a lot of fuel. I've got it, like, that's a lot of delta V, I know. But what has my thrust weight ratio dropped to? 1.95. Cool. Duna dropper. Oh wait, that's gonna be a sub part. Go. Remote. Duna lander, because whenever I name something creatively, I'm going to forget what it is. Alright. So let's open up. Don't say that. Oh, my legs are ready. Dang it. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm opening up the Duna relay. So is this where I reroute? I select that. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad I learned that. There are so many little things like that that I just had no idea how they worked. And yes, an antenna is needed on the lander. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot. I don't need a huge antenna on it, do I? It's like a regular one? Will that do? Maybe I pop a couple of high gain ones on instead. A couple of these ones. They should do the trick. Because I'm always afraid they'll snap off, let's just put a safety one inside. Turns out, as I've designed this, I am going to just basically be putting the fairing the whole way around this, and then it'll be the nose cone for launch. It was unintentional, but I think it works. Now I need to add all of the science stuff for space science. And I think go with a couple of mystery goos. Can I fit a couple of radial science juniors in here? Sort of? They don't really fit, do they? Wonder if I... Nope, nope, nope. Not what I wanted to do. But like that, they kind of fit. Looks kind of neat. Ah, Canada, what are you doing to me? So that's that bit. Then I need some magnetometers on it. Should get some thermometers and all the other bits as well. Oh yeah, I could move them inwards after placing. Keeping me healthy. Yep. Uh-oh. We got double thermometer. Barometer. Got the 2 goo, 2 that. Don't need seismic. Yeah. I think that's enough. That's our science deployment. Then our might do this with a bit less clipping, and we'll put another service bay in And this will be all our power systems and other shenanigans, like advanced inline stabilizers. Because the rocket's probably going to be big. That's enough power, I think. There's a part of me that wants to do this and have them pop out once I deploy the doors, but there's another part of me that's like, that's really stupid, Splitsy, what are you doing? I'll just put them on the outside. Oh, I missed the mozzie. Ah, what the heck. I know I don't need all this power, but I'm doing it anyway. Close that. So we got power, we got... Need... Ah, yeah, I got the mozzie this time. Let's put some giant dishes on this now. Because this one's going to stay up in orbit of Duna, so... Makes a little bit of sense to me to maybe take that out and see if this fits. Nope. Is this likely to rip off if I stuck it there? Would that rip off at launch? It's probably not going to help me in it, is it? Maybe we put these ones in here. They're nice and shiny. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Not those ones. Those are the smaller ones. Let's do the big ones. Yeah. This totally fits. This isn't going to look weird. Oh, it isn't. It only has the tiniest little bit poking through the doors. Perfection. In fact, there's part of me that just wants to fix that last little bit. I'll just push it in just a touch. There we go. I should probably look at what this looks like extended. Huh. That looks alright. Do I have anything that I could use to push this out? Hydraulic cylinder. Yeah. That's pretty big. It's the 1P2. That's even bigger. Gotcha. Yep. Hashtag one more piston. How to make this work? That won't go there. Tuck it inside at an angle. Oh, great idea. Yes, yes. Stick it in line with the hinges. Perfect. Let's move that out of the way. This couldn't possibly go wrong. And how do I make this? So my target angle would be 90. then I would have a hydraulic cylinder on it, but I think this might be too big. Still. Alligator hinge do the trick for me? If I put... that way. Oh, hang on. Nuts. This is getting silly. This is getting very silly. So if that goes from there to there, then that goes from there to there. Do I really care which way it points to when deployed? Sort of. For aesthetics. How do I... is there a way to just kind of reverse, like do the same as a Space Engineer style click reverse button on these while we're in the build? While we're in the VAB? Maybe we take that off. Take that off, because that's a bit big. If I go with... yeah, that's what I want. Just the little hinge, then it can go that way. There we go, that's what we want. Perfection. Look at that. Oh yeah. Now I need an action group. Speaking of, did my other action group survive? Yes, it did. So, having never done anything with any of this system before, what the heck do I do? Thanks, Yustif. Thank you very much for the gift sub. Yeah, you've definitely got to make things really complicated for the point of aesthetics. That's exactly how... wait, do I need a controller? HAL 1000. Okay. That's done. What does that do? Do I need that? Okay. So this'll do the action. Okay, Cal 1000 controller. Here we go. Open track. Oh no. What have you done to me? What have you people done to me? What am I doing? I don't want to write scripts. I just want to reverse a couple of hinges. Why did those flip upwards? Target angle. How do I change what it does? Curve add point. Ah. I want it to stop about there. Okay, I think I've got a bit of an idea of how this works. Up about there. Next one needs to, let's set its start position first. Oh, perfect. That's it. Look at that. So pretty. Now, this extend antenna thing, how's that going to work? Because that doesn't seem to have a... That doesn't seem to have a thing that's going to... What do I need to do this? This doesn't need a curve. Pick a time and it does it. Doesn't seem to, though. Oh, there we go. It did do it. I was sliding across the point that I'd generated before and it wasn't doing it, so I got confused. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. In fact, let's make this one step more complicated. And let's have... Why is... Huh. Why does this not have... Oh, is toggle gonna be open the service bay? Maybe. Yep. Sweet. Okay, cool. Close that. What the... Arr. Anyway. We can work out some of those details later. The fact that I've learned some of that is kind of cool. Really excited about that. This is. I wanted to learn that bit, and I wanted to learn some of the. I wanted to learn some of these mechanical things, because I know there's a lot of that I think we can have some real fun with once I start building rovers. You have to manually close their antennas because they don't get a close trigger. Yes. Yes. And same with the doors on the thingo. Alright. So let's start popping a fairing over all this. That works. Now we need a rocket. Where's my core part of this so I can move it? So my thought was we would go with a... Which big tank? Not that one. That. That with no oxidizer, and we need a engine plate. Engines. Where's my nerve engine? What's the difference between the nerve and the Cherenkov? Nerve ISP 800, thrust 13.875 versus the Cherenkov, which gives me ISP of 820, slightly higher, with a thrust of 73. That's quite a lot more. Oh, and it's actually the right size. Goodbye, engine plate. These just use liquid fuel, right? They don't need any oxidizer. Cool. So this was sort of... This is what I think should work. For my final stage, I hope. Does anyone have any concerns about my design here? Have I done something dumb? Like, that's 1440 fuel, which is not a lot, but it's not tiny. Maybe I put 2 of them? Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Now I just need something to get this up into orbit and to leave Kerbin. So, time for some asparagus. Coupling. This is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to love it. What's my biggest tank I've got? Rocco Max Jumbo 64. That's my biggest one of this size. That's the bigger size again, though. This one holds 3520. This one holds a bit less. I know what to do. That's really long with that. That's rocket engine in the middle. What the heck? Let's do it this way. So, engine for this. I want something with some gimbaling, so I think the skiff's probably the way to go. Then, I'm going to do something that I think is probably stupid, but might work in a really expensive but fun way. What are my biggest engines? What's the biggest engine I've got? I've got these thoroughbred solid fuel boosters, but I'm thinking liquid boosters is the way to go. Yeah, 6-stick asparagus is what I'm thinking, but 6 sticks with Kodiaks? Kodiaks have 274 kilonewtons of thrust. Mainsails have 1,379. Okay, so it might be mainsails. Mainsails are that size. Kodiaks are the... Oh, the Kodiaks are small. I think my mainsail is my biggest engine at the moment. Haven't got anything that suits those giant fuel tanks yet. Yeah. Alright, well if that's the case... Decent ISP. This will be alright. I can see what I'm doing at all. Yep, that's right. I don't think I wanted these this high up. Okay, that's that. I think I might have pushed this a bit further than I intended. Let's grab those. Oh no. Let's try that again. There we go. I think maybe just above the Cherenkov engine. Yeah. Am I even gonna get enough thrust to weight ratio with this? Let's see. Let's see what the thrust to weight ratio is of those 6 plus that. 3.49. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. This is totally not a good idea. And we are definitely beyond the point of any sort of optimized fuel mass here, but... Six of the biggest engines that I've got available should be okay. Right. one down in there. Yep, no little green people in danger. Let's get some struts. Kind of do want to push these boosters out a bit further, I think. So let's switch up the mounting type. Let's get a bigger separator. It's going to be really hard to work around that. The hydraulic detachment manifold's pretty big. I think. No. Which one sticks out the furthest? 5070? Maybe that one. Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. Some struts in here. Sure, but let's just put some in here as well. Because I'd rather this thing not wobble too much. Now, I need to set up the fuel system and then set up my staging and possibly put some... Whoops. Possibly click out of Kerbal Space Program for a second. Put some aerodynamic control surfaces on here. Yeah. That'll work. I'm sure. Totally won't have any problems with any of this. Doop. Doop. That. Oh, maybe we can do that. That looks neat. Yeah. That to there. That to there. That to... Oh. Right. It's to happen down here. That to there. Yep, you're in time to see the ridiculousness of the unnecessarily large rocket. Okay. So, which order do I need these in? Those two are the middle ones. So those are the first two. So they go down there. Then those. Yeah, perfect. And that is as far as I can zoom out. Yeah, you gotta start off the new year with a BLAMMO. Okay. So that's the asparagus staging done. Then next stage is not those. It is... that one. With... that one. That's kind of all the staging that I really need, that I really plan to mess with. Because the rest of these are kind of going to be done manually. Because these will pop off. I'll have to set up the staging for the... I have to create the stages for the Duna lander when I actually get there. I think. Thanks, Tess. I was starting to dance on my feet because I was standing for a while. Yep, only cost me $373,000 and I get no contract money. It's not like money's that hard to come by. And the thing I've always found with KSP is if you make money hard to come by, it actually becomes less fun. There is no price tag for science. Yep. Okay, so time for me to do a prediction on whether we're going to make it. Start prediction. So, as per standard rules, the goodbye Jeb option is if this explodes. So I think in this case, that would include the lander exploding when I reach Duna. So if the lander explodes entirely, as in no command or control left, that would be that. If the lander tips over and loses a landing leg, that would be a nope, you'll just miss. Just for clarity, so we don't have any disputes over what's going to happen here. Yeah, we'll give you 2 minutes. I've got some external solars right here. So my plan is to, as soon as I get into orbit, deploy the deploy my unnecessarily complicated antenna. And then that'll remain deployed for the rest of the mission. Okay. This is all just a mess. But we will put that down here. I have no idea if this is going to work. Because that's only... Oh man, that's bad. This first stage only has 851 meters per second. Oh, but it is at a thrust away. Oh man. I'm going to be popping off these boosters early, I think. Alright, cool. What is the... How is the prediction looking? Wow, 60% think I've got this. And it's almost equal between Nope You'll Miss and BLAMMO. Although, if we go by numbers rather than points, 18 people think I've got this, 8 think I'll just miss, and 13 think or hope for an explosion. Seems fair. I really hope I haven't forgotten something I need for this. So the mission objective is 4 relay satellites around Duna and land on Duna with the science thing. I've got a whole bunch of science in here, so I can do that in orbit of the Sun and then in orbit of Duna. And that will hopefully net me a decent result, even though it's transmitted science. The prediction just closed. Alright. 63, 20, 17. That's percentages. Let's go. Nah, Wolf, I don't. I don't care about resonant orbits and stuff like that. I'm just going to shove them into orbit. Alright, our thrust to weight ratio is what? Uh-oh. We gotta return. I left it on Duna settings. It's alright, we'll add some solid rocket boosters. I think we discussed this previously. I think we treat this situation like, if the... Like, if it's rolled out to the pad and then rolled back because they're like, nope, the check didn't work. Right, how am I going to add some quick thrust to this to get us up high enough that that thrust to weight ratio will work? Oh, I'm not going to look at the launch window. Come on. Who are you talking to? Of course I'm not going to look at the launch window. I'm just going to wing it. Wing it for the win! Coupling. Max thrust 1155, max thrust 593, 15. Maybe I should replace... Wait, are the twin bores more powerful than the... They might actually be more powerful. The super loud twin bores have 1866 kilonewtons versus the mainsail... Yeah, okay. That's what I should have done. What's my thrust to weight ratio now set at 0.02? Where did my things end up in this queue? There now. 1.14. Just barely does it. You know what? I'm going to scrub the prediction and I'm going to give you guys a new one. The launch was scrubbed, so the prediction gets scrubbed. Alright, let's do that again. There you go. Prediction started. No! Oh no. Oh, hello, Goebbels. And we'll go with those. And we'll go with those. Does this actually fix a problem or does this create a new problem? Ah! Totally doesn't fix a problem, but it does increase my thrust to weight ratio. Perfect. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, the lowest struts need to be replaced. That is a good point. Let's get rid of these for a sec. Okay, now, struts. Yeah, that'll work. Then, of course, that to there. There. Let's put some extra stability there. So now we have a thrust to weight ratio of 1.45. I genuinely don't know if these are going to burn out before these do. The first stage of those, but they're probably not. But I don't think there's much I don't care to do much about that. Yep, the lower hoses are still fine. We now have a $441,000 dollary-do launch vehicle. Okay, so we got at launch, that goes, those go, and those go. This is going to be potentially surprisingly loud. Then we pop off those 6, then we pop off the first 2 of the asparagus. The next 2 of the asparagus, the final 2 of the asparagus, then we pop off this whole thing and launch the nerve, and then we've also got our fairing. Cool. Alright, has the prediction shifted any? Ooh, okay. The prediction has shifted quite strongly. We have gone from a fairly confident 63% yes, you've got this, down to a 50%. With a substantial increase in the expectation of BLAMMO, now up at 36%. Alright. Let's just pop out of here. This thing's got to be launched during the day. Sunrise launch. Might switch to BLAMMO if cancelled again. Ah, beautiful watching the sunrise. There we go, perfect. Alrighty. That pops on. Those pop off at the same time that these all launch. Yep. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'm glad I checked my thrust to weight ratio. Like, I'm glad I looked at that. So the final result is 48, 18, 34. Those are the splits. Let's put my throttle about there, I think. This deserves a screenshot. Something I want to learn is the camera tools mod, because I think we could have some fun with that with these launches as well later on. All right, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Trying to just get this to burn a little bit slower than these. I don't think I'm going to manage much of a gravity turn in this thing. I think she'll be quite unstable if I try and tip. Yeah, this is a proper... I see this as a proper Kerbal rocket. Thrust over anything. Turn. Stage 1 separation. Stage 2. Uh-oh. Well, that's going to change things a bit, isn't it? I really should have remained vertical. It's entirely possible I could still have enough to make it. Yeah, I really should have seen that coming. I really should have seen that coming. So that's not a partial mission fail, because the satellites are not destroyed and the lander is not destroyed. If I can get this to Duna, this is still a victory. Although, my apoapsis is still at only 51 kilometers. Yeah, I've still got my nuclear engine, it's right here. Uh-oh. Okay, that was risky. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to orbit, guys. I think I might fail. If I don't make it to orbit, that is, like, there was a BLAMMO. This is a BLAMMO fail. Oh, I'm losing control. I'm losing so much control. 66, 67. Alright, apoapsis is above 70 now. Let's put our maneuver node in. Well, I made orbit. I'm wondering if I should activate the nuclear engine to try and stabilize this thing or not. Don't think it'll help enough. I think it'd be better just to keep it for efficiency for when I really need it. I think I've got enough fuel to fling myself out to solar orbit on this, which means I should have enough to get to Juno, I think. As long as I don't screw it up horribly. Oh yeah, I can pop this off. Deploy! Forgot to put these in an action group. 1 minute 58. Come on, get closer to the marker, would you? I got very lucky that this didn't get destroyed. I'll say that much. $130, let's go. I only need 13 seconds of burn to get orbit stabilized. And go. It is a good thing I put in all the extra reaction wheels, you're right. Alright, that's decently circular orbit. 91 and 90. Alright, let's use the moon and get the heck out of here. Do. Alright. 45 seconds of burn. Yep, wait. I reckon I can get this thing to Duna, even though this went slightly sideways during the initial burn. And this is why I build too big in KSP. Because I always have to plan for the screw-ups. Yeah, it's too big to sink. Oh, my rocket Titanic. Oh dear. It's not over-engineered. It's redundancy. Yep. It's engineering planned for the pilot at the helm. Okay, 2 minutes, 1 minute. I'm going to do this as a slightly lower power burn, I think. Nope, I'm not, because it doesn't like me. Oh, the wobble is real! Oh, the missing bit in the middle. Can't believe it. Slow down. As soon as I get this into an escape orbit trajectory, I'm gonna stop. There we are. Oh, what is my periapsis on the moon? Oh, it's 38. That's fine. Okay. I was a bit worried it was a bit closer than that. Cool. We are on escape trajectory. worked. I can't believe I've made this this work. Assuming I don't do something really, really dumb, trying to align with Duna. Or I could be in a really bad transfer window. I have not checked it. I wasn't planning on checking it. I'm just going to make it work with what I've got. Oh. That's an interesting thought. If I was worried about fuel, I could pop this and just use the nerve engine, the Cherenkov, and transfer fuel from these boosters back into here and burn that if I was worried about it. Huh. That could totally have worked. Around the moon we go. Goodbye, moon. Always a pleasant sight. Open the over-engineered antenna. How do I do that? How do I do the Kerbal OS stuff? This is why I trust people who make mistakes often more than people who barely make mistakes. People who regularly make mistakes are more used to dire situations. How do I activate the thing? Oh, okay. So I have to open these anyway because I can't get access to it without it. Ah! Why are you making this hard on me, game? Play! Oops. Well, that's not how that was supposed to work. Close enough. Get that back. Let's close that. Antenna. We're going to pop that, pin that, close those, and we're going to do this properly. Alright, here we go. Ridiculously unnecessary antenna. Take 2. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. That's great. That makes me happy. Let's bring up the X science thing. Magnetometer. Ooh, should I do the magnetometer? No, let's do it over Kerbal instead. I'll put the controller on an action group. Okay, that's how you do it. All right, that makes sense. Thank you so much, Taz41344. Thank you very much for the 10 gift subs. In celebration of me barely making it to orbit, missing a good chunk of my rocket. Oops. No, Shadow Wolf, I think I'm better off doing the magnetometer above Kerbal than doing it high above Kerbin, because then at least I've done because the sun one should be worth more. could just imagine the James Webb Space Telescope controller folding and unfolding it 5 times. How proud they are of it. Yeah. Is the magnetometer transmission for full science? I don't know. I didn't actually check whether it's a resettable experiment. A multiple experiment. You know what I meant. Alright. Parabola orbit. Oh. Duna. Set as target. I have somehow managed to get almost perfectly on... Alright, that's right. Duna's flat with Kerbin, isn't it? It's the others that are way off. Duna's pretty flat with it. Okay. In that case, I should be able to figure out somewhere that I can hit this thing. I'm probably going to need to go out and come back, I think. Yeah, I'm a little too early, so I think what I should do is maybe push out beyond Juno's orbit and see if I hit it on the return. Thanks to my excessive amount of fuel. Hit at any point. It should get worse as I move further around because I'm going faster. Oh, almost. Huh? There was a... I think there was a brief... Oh, yep, there is one. Okay. Is my terrible mouse wheel going to work? There we go. Duna periapsis. 55-second burn. Easy. Yeah, I really want to try an asteroid mission, but I feel like for the sake of achieving something that I've always wanted to achieve in KSP1 before KSP2 comes out, I want to do a Duna return mission. That's what I've been focused on because it's something I've never done. Or at least, as in landing on the surface and coming back. $55-second burn. I can probably do my burn now, but I set my node up. In fact, let's check. Can I bring this back? No. Apparently I picked a good spot for whatever I've done. That's fine. I'll stick with it. Aren't there mods that would allow you to recreate the silliness of an Armageddon movie? I mean, the multiplayer mod didn't really let us do that as much as we wanted to do it, Capac and I. But I wonder if we'd added a mod to have multiple launch sites at the KSC, whether that would have given us the chance. One thing I would like to do before I do any big... Like, I'd like to try and get an asteroid into a high orbit around Kerbin and have it as sort of a refueling station for further interplanetary missions. That's what I'd like to do. Almost there. 1 hour. Hang on, while I remember. There's my magnetometer. Extend. And report. Oh, the transmit gets most of the science. That's cool. Transmit. Oh, cool. I can run it multiple times. Awesome. Right. Now, 51 minutes to go. I thought asteroids did have resources in vanilla, because I've never seen anyone mention needing mods for it when I've looked at posts on Reddit and things. Alright, here we go. Try and keep on that mission marker. At least the nuclear engine should be able to do correction burns relatively easily once I'm out of fuel from here. That looks kind of cool. Down and just try and get this right on the mark. Let's see. I have a Duna periapsis of 25,000 kilometers. Perfect. That'll work. I'll call that success. Yeah. Now, how long does it take till I get there? 11 years! Uh-huh. That's a while. Yeah, not the most timely of transfers, no. I feel like, based on my previous transfers, when I've done Duna transfers before, 11 years actually not all that bad. I don't have any missions, Cesium. This is completely for science. Because Gene Kerman, the jerk, kept not giving me Duna missions. He was like, no, you should go to Eve. No, you should go to the moon again. 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 I don't want to go to the moon again. I want to go to Minmus and Duna. Oh boy. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Thank you for 8 months. $11 is it asking the last time Capac was on time. Ooh. I mean, while this is going, I could have gone and done some other missions and we could come back to this, but I feel like then it makes it very difficult to do the predictions as to whether a particular mission is going to fail while one is still running. As Twitch doesn't let me do more than one prediction at a time. I think. Yeah, there's no method to add an extra one. But here we go. It's coming close. Is it? Is that intersecting on an extra orbit? Next time... Oh, you're kidding me. I'm an idiot. How did I miss that? Oh, I should have tried to... Curses. What did I not see that would have told me that was happening? Dang it. That's just annoying. Well, I've missed periapsis. I think I'm going to have to set up... I think something went wrong with that. I'm going to mess... Maybe... Maybe this is why you weren't given tuna missions. Rude, but probably accurate. What can I do? That's in 1 year, 346 days. I should intersect on the return bit if I do that. But I kind of want to see if I can get an intercept over here. Which way do I need to go to get that to happen? Nope, that ain't working. About here if I had to add something. Is there a thing that I can see, like if I was... It's annoying that you can't see where Duna is as you highlight your track. That'd be kind of handy. It'd be a nice visual guide for organizing intercepts. It did say 11 years, but I don't really want to wait 11 years. Oh. I feel like there should be a way where I'm at without too much energy for me to intercept. I don't know why. I don't know where I'm wrong. I must be going so much slower that I actually need to go further out. No, that doesn't work either. I think I've got to go for that on the return path one if I want to speed this up. Oops. Burning prograde from apoapsis to lift my periapsis would require timing, and I don't think I can get that timing. Like if I burn here... Well, I can actually... Maybe I burn retrograde from here. Yes, this will work. I can hit it on the return. Mouse wheel. No! Don't be like this. There we go. Alright, we're doing that. It's happening. I'm doing it. 183 days. And that periapsis is at 1 year, 300 and... Yep, so that's going to be on this orbit. Well, I'm not even using my transfer stage yet. I haven't even activated my nuclear engine. So I'm not overly worried about my fuel consumption. So I think even if I'm coming in quick, I should be okay. Uh-oh, went too far. Let's fix that. So much wobble. Let's just burn a little bit further. There we go. Alright, there we are. We're definitely on it. Definitely on the flyby now. This is just a comedy of errors. But I think I just halved the time for getting into a Duna flyby. So, in the center, I have my nuclear rocket. I've got no other fuel below it. The only option here to try and use fuel a bit more efficiently might be to pop this now and use the nuclear engine and stop using these two. But I've got so little fuel left in them, I'm just going to keep doing it this way rather than worrying about it. Duna's off there somewhere. Stumble my way to victory, exactly. And don't worry, you people who predicted BLAMMO. That can still be the outcome if I mess up the lander. Yeah, Anthony, I know I can do those things. It's just such a force of habit to use the arrow controllers myself. It's probably a habit I should try and break, but it's a habit I've got. Where's that red ball? Hello? Thought it'd be visible by now. Huh. True, I am millions of kilometers away. It should be a tiny dot at this point. Oh, I'm quite low on it too. Okay. I mean, I'm quite high on it. You know what I meant. So, okay, here we go. How long is this burn going to need to be? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Apparently I don't have enough fuel for this. Shut down engine. Shut down engine. Decouple. Activate engine. Yeah, I am coming in super fast. I just didn't think it'd be that bad. I underestimated the problem. Yeah, I could go around again. I might have to, otherwise I'm going to fail the mission. That sucks. Unless... yeah. I mean, all of these satellites do have fuel on board. And they don't really need it. It is only a small amount, though. It was 11 years, turns into 46 years after making it quicker. Yep, I took a shortcut. It was a classic shortcut. It did not work. Yeah, they don't have much mass, so I could launch them from here. I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to see what happens. What I'm going to do is... Alright, around now, let's start burning retrograde. Well, the most efficient rocket engine I've got is this one. So if I start with this and I burn what I've got 200-ish fuel. So if I burn 200 fuel out of these tanks, then transfer it, then detach those heavy things, we might actually be able to make it. Especially since I can then slow down more with the satellites, fuel, and then send the lander down to Duna once we get closer. I'm going to give it a crack. Where's the fun in waiting even longer? Alright, here we go. And burn. So once that reaches 1200, I'll transfer fuel in. Fact. If I enable crossfeed, I can just empty them anyway. Alright, so that should be those dead, I think. Yep. Still saying it's going to be too long. How close is this going to be? I wonder. Yeah, my plan is to suck the satellites dry, slash take the fuel out of them, then pop them off. Oh. My haste got the better of me. That does look cool though. You can transfer the fuel from these satellites. There's not a lot in them though. I'm interested to see whether this does get into orbit at all. Yeah, it might be better to pop the satellites and see if they can do the insertion themselves, I guess. I will say, this will technically be my first mission fail. Oh no, my second. Second? What if there was something else I failed? I can't remember what it was. But I've had too many successes. I needed to have something go wrong. That Duna noise that we heard, that you guys might not have heard it. was me running out of storage space on the drive that I was recording to because I haven't been cleaning up my recordings that are already uploaded and don't need to be kept. It's another 2 minutes. It's another minute of burn. This line swings back and forth because it's actually not a circle. It's a line with a lot of straight segments in it that at far out looks like a circle. So you're seeing each little bend in each little corner in the many-sided polygon that it makes. Oh, this cough can go away. Nope, I can't time warp the burn. Can I? No, you cannot time warp the burn. That is a mod that does that, and I don't have that mod. I can still export straight from Twitch to YouTube, but I've started the recording again, so I'll just join him up. I'll just miss that bit where I was explaining that something went wrong. May as well watch it from here. Much further have we got? Oh, Alt plus the regular time warp keys allows you to physics warp during burns. Okay, that'll be useful for the future. Almost out of fuel. Lev, no one likes a know-it-all. So. 1079. Let's see what one of these has on its own. And I did not put these on an action group. Whoops. I was planning on putting one in solar orbit anyway. Let's see. Oh. I think this might just barely get there. Or not. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's kind of close. Oh. Alrighty. Eh. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, I'm gonna try this alternative option. Don't know why I'm transferring the oxidizer, I don't need to. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I'm hoping that this might get me close enough. Yeah, I should do the flyby science anyway while I'm here. Like that. Enough materials study. That. Observe the goo. Transmit that. I think that's all the things. Don't know why X Science isn't showing those as done. Whatever. So I've used all the fuel from the satellites. Let's decouple this and see how close it can get. So I think that's the only option left. Because if I'm so close to this being a not BLAMMO but successful, but partially successful. Because if I can complete like some of the mission objectives, I've gotten the solar satellite, but I'm not sure that one counts as a partial completion because it's only one tiny bit. If I can get this lander down, I reckon that's a partial complete. Yeah, nice array of solar satellites on an eccentric orbit. Why did I have to blow up the middle bit of my rocket? How much error braking can be managed with Duna? I think that's the next question. I did add a parachute, yes. I'm not worried about the fuel. We got plenty. I very clearly misjudged that. It's been so long since I've done a planetary intercept. My memories are clearly very faulty. Alright. We're in orbit. Where does Duna's atmosphere start? Oh, nuts. I should have used... Dang it. That was dumb. I should have used one of those bits then. Oh well. That looks pretty good. No, if I get the landing, I count this as a partial complete. Like periapsis. Yeah, the you got this is already lost. Yes, that is correct. I can only hope for partial success at this point, because I did not get my satellites into orbit of Duna. And I have no means to do it. Now, here's the real question. Do I try and get Ike Science while I'm here? Oh, I can do the reusable ones, can't I? Uh-oh. Have I lost control? I've lost control. I forgot to extend my antenna. No! Oh no! 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 Why? The batteries are dead. I forgot to deploy the solar panels. Ah. Ah, bugger. Alright. Well. Ugh. That was a blammo. We had a blammo. The mission was a complete fail. Drat. Alright, you jerks. There's your points. Yes, after many years the mission failed because someone forgot to extend the solar panels. Alright, I'm doing the mission again. Let's launch. Open. We're going again. Prediction time. Give you 2 minutes. Start prediction. Whoops, knocked over my water bottle. Luckily it was empty. Up goes my desk again. Oh yeah, I might have a mission for Duna and back. That's a good point. That is a good point. Explore Duna! Yay! I can get money! Yeah, not doing that. I'll accept that. Oh, duration 25 years. Expires in 2 days. That one. This one, no expiration. Because I don't know how long this is going to take me to do. I'm just going to... We'll have some Duna stuff to do, but at least I'll get some money if I land there. Wisevich, I'm standing up now. Okay. So... To improve the likelihood of success, let's put some Separatrons. Hello, Charlie. Welcome back. Did you forget I was here? Ah, no, I've got to pair these. Okay. That one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh. Okay, so that one goes in my first group. Down here. So does that one. Oh, right, so it was 5 and 3. Oops. Doop doop. Okay, then next bit will be 3 and 1. Okay, yeah, that's right. These could help me or they could hurt me. I don't know. I've never used Separatrons. That looks correct. Alright, so we got 6 boosters coming off. We've then got this part of the asparagus. What? No, this part of the asparagus with those which are correct. Then this part with those which are correct. Then this part with those which are correct. Okay. Yep, they are pushing out. That I did know to make sure. Nozzles are pointing inward. Can't do worse than last time. True. Something else I can make sure I do before I pop any of these off is I can make sure that I'm not in a position where the ones that pop off will land on the central rocket. I hope. We're about to find out. Oh, another sunrise launch. Okay, predictions. How are they looking this time? What have you people chosen? Whoa! Okay, a lot more points on success this time. 68% success, 13% I'll get a partial complete, and 19% BLAMMO. Thank you for your confidence, everybody. I hope I don't disappoint this time. Okay, launching in 3, 2, 1, BLAMMO. Oh, I hope I don't screw this up this time. I really hope. If I don't explode my center part of my asparagus stage, I probably could even do a silly Duna intercept like the one that I attempted just then, because I would have had enough fuel to do so. But yeah, let's just hope I don't blow it up at all. And for that, I'm kind of just going to keep heading straight up. Stuff the gravity turn. I don't want my center part of my rocket to explode. Okay, and booster is dead. And staging first. Okay, let's turn. Alright, we still have a center engine. And center tanks. Already more success than last time. Oh. Why do I put my failures on the internet? Yeah, that was the most dangerous pair. Yeah, I know, Black Shadow, I know, it's my job. I wish I could put... actually, I don't care. Failing in KSP is a big part of the fun. Okay, and up. Bye, giant booster stages. I just put the separators at the top. I should have put some at the bottom as well. I should have put more separatrons on. Did I learn something? Yes. Am I going to apply that learning? Check again later. Go away. What did I learn? I learned that the particular approach I used to return to Duna, to try and get into Duna orbit, was especially bad, and I should try and avoid using a return after, like, using that approach that I did. I also learned that if I've got asparagus stages where my boosters are as giant as this, I really need to push them away from the craft better. That's my learning so far. Oh yeah, and solar panels. Deploy all of the solar panels on everything. Early. Oh no. Oh no. Dang it. I just realized something I should have done. I should have added non-deployable solar panels to this lander. Because it's going to have to run on power alone, because these will get stripped off during landing. Like battery alone during the descent phase. Okay, that's another thing I've learned. But whether I remember it, I'm not sure. Okay. We have solar panels deployed on all stages. So fling ourselves out into solar orbit. So, oh, apparently though that's coming back. Like so. Oh yeah, and deploy the antennas as well. Yes. Oh, hang on. No, for the lander, what I should do is actually deploy the sneaky ones I've got inside. If I can find them. There we go. Perfect. And we open this. Grab that. Close that. And we watch again. Like so. So pretty. So clippy. I was hoping that would come across a lot more, a lot less janky than that. Does anyone know if there's a shortcut key to reset the camera? After I go and mess around with it for pictures and views of things deploying. Yep, take 2 for this mission. See if I can be successful at least once. That'd be nice. Yep, just casually twirling towards my marker. I go and grab some more water.
Good girl. You're okay over there.
Thanks to my new desk, Charlie is allowed under my desk now. Press V. Might be. Or tilde reset, maybe. Let's see. No, tilde doesn't. I think chase cam is the usual. I've gone too far. Yeah, there's no more wires that Charlie can pull or switches she can knock, because the PowerPoints that I'm using for my PC are all now pinned to the wall and higher off the ground than she's likely to hit. So the floor under my desk is actually completely clear. Which works very well for a sit-stand desk. Playing Wild, I've currently got a 13900K with a 3090, 64 gigs of RAM, various other bits and pieces, a couple of NVMe SSDs, all that. It's handy. I very recently upgraded my CPU, which has been fantastic for the Valheim streams, because man was it bad in town until I got that. I was very fortunate to be able to get that. Much wobble! So much wobble! So, where do I carry my booster stages to? How far do they make it? There we go. On an escape. We've still got 2 of our boosters. I think my earlier mission fail goes a long way to explain why I wanted to do an unkerbled mission, an unmanned mission first. Learn a few lessons. Remind myself of a few things that I'm going to do that are stupid and I should probably avoid so I don't lose Jeb. Whoa, that was weird. Alright, where are we in relation to Duna? Perfect. Yeah, my scroll wheel is it is. Feel like it wants me to wait. Which is probably sensible. One year, 203 days. And a burn in 362 days. I think that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, you definitely can wait for a better transit. I've been deliberately choosing not to. One of the things I like doing in KSP is kind of not doing all the optimal stuff, especially on unmanned missions, because I learn a lot. Like, I could try and learn a bunch of calculations and things, but they never stick in my head as long as they should. And I don't think I'm keen to open up Excel or a spreadsheet, Google Sheets or something, when I'm streaming. Which I guess could sound like a bit of a dig against people who play EVE Online on stream. Four-minute burn. Yeah, playing Wild, I'm the same. I enjoy the bit of chaos, the bit of can I fix this mistake I've made sort of stuff. Because there's something incredibly fun about fixing a mistake and still getting stuff to work. That's where I really find my fun. Alright. Try and spin this round in the last couple of seconds. Especially if you run multiple missions at once. Yeah. So I can do that stuff too. Alright. I'm a little bit late to that. Fine. What I may do for some of the future streams of this, where we're doing like a planetary mission, is maybe I could do like set up an interplanetary mission, try and do a couple of satellite missions while I'm waiting for it. So do a couple of missions to get satellites into Kerbin orbit if I've got paying missions for that. Or complete some of the Minmus science stuff that I haven't done, that sort of thing. I think could be a fun way of managing that. Technically playing Wild, I do have a space station. Yeah, I would build one, maybe, probably. Yeah, I slung the wrong way with the moon. It pushed me backwards rather than forwards. This is very slow. Do 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 do. So peaceful. Only a little bit of wobble. Yeah, once I'm on the once I'm on the Duna as like flyby trajectory, I'll pop another satellite off and I'll correct its trajectory so it remains around the sun. It is indeed peaceful. I don't trust it. At least my over-engineered, overbuilt rocket I shouldn't end up with these not in orbit of Duna this time. Shouldn't. If I stuff this up, I don't deserve to. I don't deserve to launch anything with Kerbals in it. Come on. Almost there. I think we have a Duna periapsis. Let's just drop it a bit. Because I can. 27, 26, 25, 24. That'll do. Scythe, I feel like I'm glad I talked you through how to get into Kerbin orbit last night before I made all the mistakes I've made today. Alright, satellite. Let's pop one off. Decouple! Alright. Now, so that this... Actually, I could just leave it. It'll go on a weird orbit, because it's... Yeah, that's fine. It'll just stay on a weird orbit. Perfect. Happy with that. Well, I always find it so hard to get my orbits fixed at a distance. Like, just trying to correct them so that they're at the right positioning. That I usually just accept that I'm going to have to fix it when I get there. Okay. think I'm pretty good, though. I'm not too bad, from what I can see, anyway. Here we go. Okay, maybe I'm terrible. It's fine. It's fine, because I still haven't even used my nuclear engine yet. Which actually hasn't turned out to be as useful as I'd hoped it would be. Also, why did I use 2 medium tanks when I could have just used 1 large one? I clearly was not thinking when I did that. And I also wonder whether I should have used the plain liquid fuel tanks and a couple of those multi-adapter things. Whether that would have been better for mass rather than just getting rid of the oxidizer. Then I have to not screw up the landing. There it is. Little red snowball. I have enough fuel. Kushaban, if I manage to complete getting to each of the planets in KSP without even it being a challenge, I'll be impressed. So I don't think I'm gonna manage to do the grand tour anytime soon, given the troubles I'm already having just getting to Duna. Use 2 medium tanks for if you blow off the bottom tank, you still have some fuel. Planning for failure. Perfect. Where'd you go, Mozzie? It's funny because it's true. Yes. Let's use the physics warp. Speed this up a little bit. Man, I wish I'd known about that back when I was first playing KSP and I was doing like 40-minute burns on some instances. So in the co-op space program edited series that I did with Capac, our goal was just to get to Duna and back with some Kerbals, because still to this date, neither of us have ever achieved that. It's something we never managed to do. So the next stream of this next week could be interesting because this is kind of getting close to that point where I'm possibly gonna give that a real shot. Let's drop this down to 100 kilometers. There we go. And now, let's pop this up. Okay. Alright, we've done all the things in high, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll do them in low orbit once I get there. Trying to find Duna. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. I could maybe see, once I've sent the lander down, whether there's enough fuel in this stage. There should be, for me to move to Ike and then send off the science from Ike as well. Drop a sat? Yeah. I'll do that when I get down. Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, I'll do it when I get close. Put one in an eccentric orbit. Yeah, there is definitely potential for bugs and weirdness with time warp in under thrust. Man, that's pretty. I have not seen most of the planets with all the visual mods that I've got before. Alright, retrograde. Yeah, ion drives are an absolute pain. When you need... Because sometimes you really need to do long burns with them. I've been doing a lot better lately at creating mod lists for things. Should probably see how long this burn is actually going to be. Oh, that was too far. And no. Decouple. Alright, that's 2 satellites deployed. Node in just over a minute. There we go. So I think from about 100,000 I can probably pop off the lander. Because I've got a pretty circularized orbit at 100 kilometers. I think my lander should be able to handle that. Probably. Maybe. There's a part of me that wants to just drop off the other satellites and bring the whole big rocket path down. Oh, that's true, Yamino. I do have a big fuel tank in Duna orbit. Unfortunately, it has no connector things on it. But yeah, that is true. I have moved a lot of fuel to Duna, so if I bring the necessary equipment, I might be able to transfer that fuel to return back for my first thing. Can I transfer fuel without having a Clampertron on this? Can I use the claw to grab it and transfer fuel? I have to bring an engineer. Oh yeah, because I can add a Clampertron on it, can't I? Alright, let's pop this one off. I did not make this easy. That one can stay there. We'll pop this one off too. What I might do is I'll mess with these orbits later, so that these two are on different orbital paths, or just do it now. Let's go a bit bigger for you, so you take a bit longer. That'll do. Alright, giant rocket with lander module. Let's do some science. Don't forget to pull in the solar panels when landing on Duna. Maybe keep one of the batteries to store power. Transmit. Log, transmit. Log, transmit. Conduct. Transmit. And finally, transmit. And if I decide to, I might transfer this to Ike orbit rather than Juno orbit, so I can do the science there, because I've got another set of all of those things that I can do. So it might be worth maybe. Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about the light lag. That is true. Yeah, let's do this. Decouple. That is not the vehicle I was looking for. Now, how do I create action groups while I'm in flight? Because I think I want to have an action group for the solar panels. Oops. What am I doing? One is all of my science stuff, so I can run all my science as I'm in the atmosphere. 2 will be retract solar panels. Retract solar panels, and 3 can be extend. All right, retract. Extend. Landing gear. Cool. I'll be back in just a sec. I need to take a quick bio break before I attempt this landing because I want to be focused. That one. Okay. The main thing I want to attempt here is to land where it's sunny, which means I probably could try and land on the pole, near the southern pole here. Something like that. Yeah, the capacitoroid field that turns up whenever I need to take a quick break. Don't screw this up, Splitsy. Don't screw this up. Mission has been completely successful so far. This is the make or break. Now, helps if my engine's active, doesn't it? Batteries are fully charged. (2,100 meters per second of delta V). Let's change to surface. Remind myself what the key is to retract my panels. Number 2. Let's see how Duna looks with Parallax. Yep. It's quite pretty so far. $210 should be more than enough power to do the landing, but I just want to not take any risks if I can avoid them. $71. Atmo starts at like 50, doesn't it? Okay. Retract the panels. Align retrograde. Deploy the parachute. Okay, I need to start slowing down. Yes, Duna has an atmosphere. It is thin like Mars. You can see the atmosphere here. Alright. Minimum pressure for parachute is 0.04. Is that high enough? Low enough? Guess we'll find out. Just going to try and kill as much of my velocity as possible here. I know I'm still quite high up. But I also know that this thruster is not going to do a lot to stop me falling. And that burn took a long time just then. Does bumping up spread angle improve low atmo shoot performance? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, this thruster can definitely lift off. It's got I've got a thrust to weight ratio of like, yeah, 2.64. Does spread angle do? May as well open it up nice and high. Should keep myself slow. Give myself the best chance. I don't have Parallax rocks collisions enabled, no. There we go. Shoots are out. Still accelerating. Let's just keep a nice slow burn. And we're slowing down. Even without the thruster. Oh yeah. Cool, 20 meters a second. This is easy. Thank you so much, Vesty. Thank you for the 500 bits. I wonder if this is even gonna be almost... What's the crash tolerance on these legs? Panels and antenna. Oh yeah, I can deploy the panels now that I'm going slow, can't I? Oh, my power's still fine. I'll wait till I've landed. I've already got one antenna deployed. It looks like it's still there. Yep, still there. Yeah, I'm not going to risk the crash tolerance. I am going to thrust just before landing. Tolerance for legs is 12 meters a second. So I'm not far off. Okay. There's our shadow. Stop moving me, camera. Yes! Landing! Oh yeah. Panels out. Might as well extend this one because I've got it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Forgot to do... Oh, I'm an idiot! I forgot to do all the flying science. I got distracted. I'm gonna have to do a little hop. Oh, I ran out of electric charge. Okay, what actually just got sent then? Scan, atmospheric pressure scan. I just need to do mystery goo now. I think I've got the setting enabled where they do send instead of just fail because they continued and it seems like they've been done. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I haven't got that setting done. Where's that setting? Allow partial. I did leave those comms satellites in orbit. Let's get me up to full. Turn off the SS. That hopping is unsettling. There we go, yep, that worked that time. on. Okay. Review. Transmit. Okay, that one's done now. Oh dear. Okay, which have actually been done? That's been done. That's been done. That's been done. That's been done. Just this one remaining. Okay. Now, with my action group I'd set up, have I accidentally done the wrong science? Or have I lucked out and I've picked the correct side? I picked the correct side! Yes. Okay. Alright. So what I need to do... Turn on my SAS. I need to take off, press 1, do all the science, land again. Yeah, no parachute. Though, honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. I just need to get the aerial science and send it. So hopefully, as long as it's still intact enough that I can send the science, it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I could just send it. But I worry I won't have enough power to send the science, so I'm going to try and do it right. And keep the lander intact. Nope! What the camera? What are you doing? What is the camera doing? That was very off-putting. I think I'm wedged. I can't roll. I'm wedged on this. Just trying to think what I can do without my engine. What if I retract this antenna? Nope. Nope. I think I'm gonna have to use my thruster. Come on, roll, 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 roll. That's the way. Oh no. Oh no. Poop. Yeah. Was worth a try. No, the SAS just wasn't working. The SAS was on. It just was not powerful enough because it was all coming from the Protobodyne core. There wasn't any actual spinner thing here. It was all coming from this, and it's not very powerful. So I needed better reaction wheels. I just had the ones from the probe, and the probe did not have much power at all, and the thruster wasn't gimbaled. Oh well. I'm still counting that as a successful mission, because I did get the lander down. I did get the satellites in orbit. The aerial stuff was just a bonus. Victory and blammo. I think that means everybody wins. What's going on in the background? We're seeing some legs dancing. How much science have I got? That's this. 1,106. All right, let's go have a look at what we can get with that. Back to the tracking station. That was productive from a science point of view. Let's just recover the debris that's on the landing pad. And have a look at what we can get with that 1100. So my plan now is to try and get a... I'm not going to do this today, I'll be doing this next week. But my next plan is to get a Kerbal onto the ground on Duna and get it back. So... I mean, I should have completed my mission. The mission was land on Duna. Yeah, I completed it. Explore Ike. Here we go. Let's accept that contract. And then we can accept some of these others once we have a look. Science data from around Ike. Yep, we can do that. Bring Duna Stone with you. Yep, let's do that. Oh. Move the relays into adjusted orbits. I didn't know there were those missions. Yeah, that'll do. It's enough missions for Duna. Alright, 1100 science. What's going to help me next week? We've got... ladders. I should probably get ladders. And... get more electrics. High power electrics. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Get some of the big solar panels and fuel cell stuff and the like. Yeah, let's do that. Do I want anything from the high altitude flight group? I'm thinking lander rather than like that sort of flight type stuff for now, for the first attempt. It's just whether I want these reaction wheels. Still got 700 points. Thank you so much, I'm Dead Weight. Thank you for another 5 gift subs, you madman. Oh, I could get some rover stuff if I'm going to try and see if I can bring a rover with me. That might be better. And rotors. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get more rover wheels. And the last science tech that I don't have that I can easily get, which is the atmospheric fluid thing. I reckon that'll get me a decent position. Yeah. So, next week, I'm going to use that tech and try and land a Kerbal on Duna. Which is terrifying. If it turns out that there's something that I've missed that you think I should research before doing that, before doing that mission, let me know, because I do have that fuel in orbit of Duna. I can move it over to Ike and send some science back from there. So I can do that before I send the mission. So if there's something else I need to unlock, let me know at the start of next week or in the comments on YouTube. I will be back on Thursday morning with some more Valheim. I have made some good progress on the bridge, and I think I'm going to do more bridge building during the stream because I'm actually in a position where I think I can make some good progress. I've learned a lot about how to make the crazy arches I've been doing. So yeah, that's Thursday. There won't be any assertive acquisitions this week because we weren't able to record last Friday as I had some family things to do, and I have more family things this week. I've got a brother visiting from Ireland who I haven't seen in years, so I'm taking every opportunity I can to spend some time with him before he and his family head home. So that's I'm just fitting the most in that I can around it. But hopefully we'll be able to record some more assertive acquisitions this week for next week. But yeah, there's all that and plenty more to come. And I will see you then. Thanks for coming, everybody.